welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. So yet again, Munich expects, and it has every reason so to do. Bayern, so often Germany's indisputable champions, the preeminent force of our day, looking to impose itself once more. And as you can see, we've already started here. And here's Mbappe. Now the finish! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Pitches it off him. He's away. Drogba. What an impressive figure Oliver Kahn cuts.
Yeah, they call him the Titan, Peter, and the reasons are fairly obvious. As personalities go, we're talking big.
As close as you get to goalkeeping perfection. That has been cut short. Decent hit! In for the pieces!
Tá doido, rapaz. Perde muito gol.
They won't be deterred from trying again.
Não pode perder isso, galera.
Roberto Carlos. And here's Mbappe. It's a sharp pass. So what can they make of this? He's through here. And Romario! Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
And he's been... Ronaldinho! Goal!
Doido.
First blood drawn.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Passing nice and neat. Haaland. Big header.
Olha só, rapaz. Perde muito gol.
He's a sharp little ball here. And here's Schneider. Vieira. Brazil are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Brazil looking to pass their way through. Closing in on goal. Shot a goal! Bergomi with the clearance. And it's Guardiola. Mbappe.
Ai,
And that's gone behind for a goal kick.
muito forte.
Bergomi. Mbappe. Short changes him with that pass. Schneider. Yeah, a true great in every sense of the word. And the shot!
Aí.
Hits the net. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Now listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has. Oh, that was a cracking little exchange to set up the finish, and a lovely understanding between both players. I mean, that's clearly tailored on the training ground and delivered beautifully on match day.
Mbappe! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Que isso, velho. Bola passou no meio de todo mundo.
Cafu. Let's a look and place it forward. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Long ball by the goalkeeper. Now it's Ronaldinho. Guardiola. Messi. To Guardiola. And it's Guardiola. That's Vieira. And it's Snyder. That's been cut out. Well played.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
Khan sends that a long way. Oh, there's a probing ball. Messi.
Na hora do
The
chute.
last act of the first half. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side.
And
It's a
if you
goodish
do
game,
have a
this,
chance
and at
today,
half-time,
please take some time
it's
out
one
to give your
each.
support to our Better Stadium
What do you
Fund.
back on the first 45 minutes?
That was a fantastic 45 minutes of football. I'm really hopeful of more of the same in this second half.
It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's one each. And we are already promptly back underway.
Brazil have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Schneider does really well to win the ball there. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Bergamo. And here's Romario. Messi. Romario has it out wide and in space. Brazil needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
And here's Mbappe.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Crosses it in. And he's had a hit. It's loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. Vieira. Great chance.
Aí, Vieira.
Brazil. They've done it.
Aí, Vieira.
They have their reward. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
That is a
The
jarring
attendance
tackle,
for this match was
but apparently nothing wrong with it.
60,332.
Roberto Carlos, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And he can clear it away.
O sonho de... Isso, né?
Substitution on the field.
Vamos lá.
Number 14, Didier Drogba.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Decent ball. He's gone for goal!
Ai,
Lacking in accuracy. accuracy.
Salve JK Game!
Eagerness just got the better of him. He may have been
Tamo junto, meu mano.
headlines there. Oh, good read. That was well played, well stopped. Guardiola.
It could be in here. Goalkeeper's ball. Messi. Costa Curta promptly onto that, and that is that. He's through here. Now it's Haaland. He's cut it out.
Ah,
Neymar. That has not gone well. Schneider. Passing is crisp and sharp. Mbappe. Can he finish?
opa, 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 opa.
A penalty. So a big
Tem que ser
chance
expulso
now for
também,
12
tá?
yards.
Agora vem.
Khan, in the context of the game, he must save it. That is some save from
Esse
Khan.
maluco tá vendo na live,
The save was
possível.
made. The change to both mindsets could be hugely telling now.
Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. He's going for goal. Mighty close.
That's just plain unlucky. There were many, me included, who thought that was going in.
Salve Carlos Santos. Esse cara deve estar assistindo a live e pegou o pênalti.
Substitution on the field. Number 5.
Bayern Munich are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Number 15. Messi. Coming on the field.
Schneider receives it in a good position here.
Beckenbauer. Number 19. Pep Guardiola.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Neymar has given away a free kick. And it's Roberto Carlos. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, what a
Que
goal!
golaço!
And yes, it's there! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Salve Gabi Mariano.
Broad smiles all round.
Tô jogando divisões online.
Fantastic assist as well, Peter. Delivered at pace, the diversion, that's all that was needed.
Brazil take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
The most accurate pass. Schneider. Roberto Carlos.
Galera, vamos tacar o dedo aí no celular aí pra deixar o like aí, galera.
Oh, that's fabulous. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. He's free, he has got space. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Ah, tá. Beleza. Chegou depois da cobrança de pênalti. Rapaz, eu acho que o cara tá até vendo a live que ele pegou o pênalti certinho, velho. Botei a mira e foi no canto certinho.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that
Foi
one.
nada, juiz, foi nada.
There they go, hunting again.
Shapes to shoot. And he has kept it out somehow.
Haaland actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
There's a player in need of attention here.
Yeah, his pain is now pretty obvious, Peter. He's not the type who pulls up unless something's hurting.
Looks as though he's going to see if he can shake it off. Climbs up big.
Rapaz, que sufoco.
But no joy.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last
Ih,
chance.
o cara parando o jogo toda hora também. O juiz rouba fácil.
No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Just seeing the board now.
Pô, o cara desistiu já, tá?
Can he get it through? Haaland. Real chance here. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Olha lá, o Haaland tirou o gol. Dá pro cara tentar fazer gol e ele tá parando o jogo, hein? Não, agora eu vou ficar mais ligado na... focar mais nas partidas. Primeira partida, uma vitória. Galera, vamos subir o like aí, galera. Mas não tinha como ele ganhar também não, por isso ele fez aquilo. 3-1. Eu quando tô perdendo de muito, eu vou lá e abandono a partida. Assim, eu saio ali na moral, entendeu? Às vezes não tem jeito, às vezes você pega uns caras aí, nosso Deus. Não, ele desistiu na hora que tava 3-1 pra mim, 88 minutos de jogo. Mas que às vezes você pega uns caras para o time forte pra caramba. Às vezes é complicado. Você pode notar, cada um tem um jeito. Às vezes, por exemplo, o cara tá ganhando de 2-0 no segundo tempo. Aliás, 2-1. Aí 35 minutos e vai pausa o jogo. Aí fica. Né? Já querendo que você saia do jogo. Ele tá tomando pressão, ele vai pausa. Aí você vai ficando com raiva, você vai sair do jogo. Ó, eu tô jogando. Deixa eu mostrar aí. No 4-2-2-2. Cafu, Antônio Rudiger. Esse alemão aqui, Mats Delict. Roberto Carlos, Guardiola. Vieira. Vieira de meio de campo, Guardiola de meio campo defensivo. Snyder ofensivo, Messi ofensivo, Haaland e Mbappé no ataque.
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. This place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. Always real chance!
Aê, 1-0.
Well, talk about a real rude awakening.
Tá em peso também. Não entendi, gato.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Flamengo are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Rudiger. Cafu. Guardiola. Haaland. Now Mbappe. Oh, super ball.
Ai.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Rapaz, no Gemitsu
Really added the width there, thanks to
é rapaz fácil assim, ó.
Davids. Good running, strong and purposeful. Now it's Mbappe. He's through, it's one-on-one and the finish!
Que isso?
The keeper couldn't hold it.
Rapaz.
And that has their fizzed.
Oh, the contact.
A maneira, a escalação.
The direction was the issue.
Eu tenho muitos jogadores, mas
Cafu. Triol. And it's Messi. And here's Cruyff. First quarter of an hour gone. Guardiola. To Schneider. Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Vieira. A true great in every sense of the word.
ó, já tinha apertado o botão de tocar.
Schneider. Vieira. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And here's Vieira.
Ai, tudo
Oh,
desequilibrado.
just lacked a decent finish.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
Rudiger kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Can he finish? And yes, it's there!
O drible que o cara me deu com o Messi ali me bagunçou.
Another really good show of character. I love the spirit in togetherness they muster. Never know when they're beaten. Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his
Ai,
defense, and
ai,
by the time
ai.
he picked up
Opa,
the that, it was too
opa.
late.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Driving forward. Not the most accurate pass. Roberto Carlos. And the shot's on here. And it's Guardiola. Vieira. And here's Haaland. And here's Mbappe. Turns and goes back. And it's Vieira. No, that was never going to make it. Eto'o.
Não, não.
Eto'o.
Não.
Eto'o! Goal! Flamengo! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Eto'o demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man.
Vamos lá, o jogo tá bom, o jogo tá bom.
Get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Galera, vamos subir esse like aí, galera.
Flamengo go into the lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And he's been shifted off it. Brazil are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Played back in. Mbappe.
Ah,
Triol. Messi. Here's Vieira. Roberto Carlos.
que isso, toma.
Been caught on it here.
Opa, que isso, Júlio.
Nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Você tá doido.
And it's Schneider. He's been picked out.
Ah, jogando meio campo com o cara.
Schneider.
Indicados 2 minutos de
Lovely feet.
acréscimo.
Tries a shot.
Que isso.
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Schneider!
That's just playing it safe.
É, pô, o cara já tá no lucro já.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And there is the half-time whistle. Well, the two sides have made this a pretty decent game so far. Both have contributed on the score sheet. There is a balance wherever
O cara
you
virou o jogo, mas
we reach the halfway point.
Well, Peter, I'm just
presta atenção nas estatísticas de jogo lá, ó.
frenzied.
Posse de bola eu tenho mais, às vezes faz o gol, é complicado. Ele tá jogando na 5-3-2.
I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself.
Aliás, na 5-2-3.
Schneider. Messi. Oh, it's a promising build-up this. Plenty of really nice passing. He might be in here.
Ah, fala sério.
He needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple
O
of his
Haaland
teammates
perdeu
were
para Roberto
very annoyed.
Carlos no corpo.
And here's Messi. Cafu. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, and he's through the middle. He's shifting through the gears here. And That is out and behind. It's a good block.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
That's a decent clearance. And it's Snyder. It's Snyder!
Ah, doido.
And he has kept it
O
out.
goleiro dele pega muito.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 3 coming up. Up he goes!
Olha,
Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great
Tem
now,
jeito.
reading it and dealing with it.
bola não quer entrar mesmo.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Davids getting this one clear. Flamengo have the chance to go the other way. And here's Haaland. Haaland, brilliantly cut out. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Roberto Carlos.
Público
Almost an
presente
hour gone.
na partida de hoje.
Now it's Haaland.
28.997 espectadores.
Might be danger here. Oh, Haaland! Maldini gets it clear.
Vai vendo aí.
Brazil
Vai
are
vendo.
going about this the right way.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Vieira. He's had a shot.
Vai vendo aí.
This one loose here.
Tá vendo, né?
And it's Cruyff. He is through here. Mbappe, great ball if he can get there. He's got away. Now the finish.
É, agora eu perdi. Agora eu que perdi mesmo.
Messi. Now it's Cruyff. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. And the pass is intercepted. Roberto Carlos. And they've got a throw. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And the shot!
Ah, você tá doida, velho. Fala sério.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's
Não é pra você ganhar, não tem jeito não.
play is actually quite good.
Depois vou ter que ver as estatísticas, velho.
Cruyff. Cafu does well to get it back.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Triol deals with that comfortably. Cafu gets across to intercept that. Well, that pass isn't the best. Always onto this. And that's
Sabia.
Cruyff. Big chance, must be! And he's had a hit! It's a goal! And this is getting better and better.
Entendeu qual é do jogo?
So impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Acho que ele chutou 3 vezes no meu gol. Fez 3 gols. Chutei 20, fiz um.
Forward for their application. They played with great courage to try and kill this off. And for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Roberto Carlos got a long way forward to join the attack. Rudiger calmly anticipates. And he cuts out the supply. 5 minutes left on the clock. Roberto Carlos. Cruyff. Put in. Mbappe, he's going for goal! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
É, agora você pode brincar à vontade.
Really is that simple.
Agora você pode brincar à vontade.
And
É
that
doido.
is that. Brazil can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager just not coming through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
É, vamos lá, né? Cara, deixa pra arrumar o time na hora do jogo. Também é o time do cara, 3.149 de força. O meu, 3.063. Mas vambora, vambora pro jogo.
Well, hello, welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. More than half a century of history, the Estadio Morumbis, this gargantuan arena, has borne witness to many a glorious moment for Sao Paulo, both city and club. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. Neymar, can he finish? Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Shapes to shoot! And he's done it!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. That is a great pick out. Messi. Now it's Del Piero, and he's intervened well there. Now it's Messi. Messi stood his ground strongly. And that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. It's a pretty loose pass.
Olha só, rapaz.
Piero carries the ball down the right. Del Piero is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. And here's Haaland. Cafu. Oh, shooting chance! And he every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Sao Paulo are looking to go forward now. Oh, he's found support out wide. Well read, and the danger is averted. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Sao Paulo clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And he's taking no chances there. And he can clear it away. And he's there to retrieve it. Schneider. Kante did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And here's Sané.
Brazil are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Haaland. Cafu picks it up out wide. It's really well cleared. Oh, he's been caught napping.
Que isso?
Schneider!
Meu Deus do céu.
Conte.
Rapaz.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah.
Aye.
And Del Piero! Oh, there's a probing ball. It's a lovely, neat pass. Schneider. Interesting ball. He could be in here. And he's running. Hits one! They've
Ele ia
scored!
perder também.
They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here.
Achei que ia perder esse gol, impossível.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Cafu, Schneider.
Aí. Ai.
Great effort, beautifully taken.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, just skips past his man. That is a crunching tackle. Costa Curta defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Messi. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Can he put it away? And that is wildly off target.
Brazil just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
Sané. Costa Curta looking to add to his goal. Del Piero. Quality ball. Cafu. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given.
Até tapa na cara o cara dá. Você tá doido.
Conte. Roberto Carlos.
Foram indicados
We are
2
into
minutos de
overtime.
acréscimo.
Messi. Sane providing an outlet on that flank. He's picked his way through. Great chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And there's the end of the first half. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. Couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's 1 each. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's 1 each. There's the whistle then to start the second half. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Schneider. There's the shot!
Aí.
Boom. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Camisa 21.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Messi. Cafu. He's looking to set free a runner. Oh, played through for the wide man. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Del Piero. Conte. Played back in. Conte! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, terrific
Que
save.
defesaça do
That's
goleiro.
very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Sao Paulo have their second corner now. Roberto Carlos moves short. And it's Messi. Real chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Now it's Del Piero. Another save.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Now it's Del Piero. Rudiger calmly anticipates. Now then, the ball's come loose. And here's Del Piero. Conte! And yes, it's there! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us. Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Roberto Carlos.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Has a shot! Oh, that is really good tenacity. It's their second corner of the game. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, he couldn't quite make it. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. That's a throw. Now it's Messi. Oh, good ball. And he's managed to get free. Roberto Carlos did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Ah, que isso.
He's straight offside.
Substituição no time do São Paulo.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Camisa 19. Camisa 7.
Has a look and has a go.
Fechando o campo para a entrada de camisa 13. Camisa 17. Camisa 21. Substituição.
It's been cut out, well played. Just about up to 75 minutes. Beckham. Guardiola. counter is on. Cafu. Well seen.
Cara, ali atrás.
Really well and stopped it.
Tá doido.
Sao Paulo merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
And it's Beckham. Oh, lovely bit of skill. He is through here. Beckham with the cross.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Now he's off and running. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
It's loose now and they want to get it. And the shots! Now it's Schneider. Schneider.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Mbappe. Yeah. Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. Beckham.
Teremos 3 minutos de
And it's
acréscimo.
Conte. And he welcomes it in. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Schneider. Campbell cuts it out. Guardiola. Nicely intercepted. Referee looks at his watch and blows his
Empate,
whistle.
empate,
Decent game of
empate.
football, that intense, intriguing, and both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Haaland picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
O fumo só é
So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Brazil certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. The action has already started. Bayern Munich with the corner, they're first. He's having a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Bayern Munich have their second corner now.
Eu vou dar chutão pra frente mesmo.
And the shot!
Bora.
And he's really put himself on the line here.
Salve, Josepe.
Bayern Munich have their third corner.
Bem-vindo à live.
And now a sudden chance to counter. He won't be happy with that one. No, that was never going to make it. Schneider. Oh, what a ball! Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Passing is crisp and the finish! It's loose now and they want to get it back. That's an excellent interception. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Wesley Sneijder. He may be small in size, but he's big on influence, and if he has lively movement around him, he'll find the runners. He's the pivot for all that goes forward.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Bayern Munich are looking to go forward now. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Quarter of an hour played. And it's Schneider. And here's Nunez. Nunez! Well, now it's oh, he's been caught napping. And he's straight offside. Couldn't squeeze it through. Guardiola. Brazil are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Roberto Carlos, a player of legendary status. And smartly reclaimed. Cafu. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Here's Vieira. Cafu. That's Vieira. Cafu. Cross flung in towards the middle. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. It's their second corner of the game. He's having a go. That's a half-decent try.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Nuno Mendes. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Guardiola. Mbappe. And it's Messi. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Messi, he's found a way through. Messi couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Schneider. Here's Vieira.
Bayern Munich have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Vieira. Schneider. Messi. Nice, ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Rapaz.
Calmly anticipates. Now it's Haaland. Beckenbauer. I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. And that is a little undercooked.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with...
Big chance!
Que isso, mano.
Oh, that was no
A
routine.
bola que o goleiro
I think he's
pegou.
done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So, third quarter of the game. Bayern Munich have the chance to go the other way. Nunez. David Villa. That is a brilliant interception. Vieira. Now it's Mbappe. He's through here. He has found a way through. And Messi! In he goes again. They scored!
Well, that's very much changed.
Será que enfim?
It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
But that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry, a spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky and come your way.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Now it's Messi. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that, and still very much in this game.
Brazil leading 1-0 at the break.
Salve família Santos, fala meu parceiro, meu amigo.
And we're underway again.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
And it's Messi. Mbappe! Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He's had a hit! Darwin. He could be in here. Messi. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Vinicius Junior. Brazil are ahead here by what is still the only goal.
Ai,
Defending was strong and firm. Oh, perfectly measured that. And the pass is intercepted.
que burrice minha, tá?
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Vinicius Junior. Brazil can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them. Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
And it's Schneider. And here's Haaland. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Not much doubt about who's going to take this one. An opportunity then to pull clear here.
Era mais pouquinho de força.
Brazil get their fourth corner. Nuno Mendes. And now they can spring out of defence.
Nunez, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task
Roberto Carlos,
he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Now it's Messi. Guardiola.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Nice interception, well timed.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Brazil leading then,
sorte.
courtesy of the goal scored late in the
Vai
first
dar
half.
muita
The
sorte.
score is 1-0. Lofted upfield.
Bayern Munich are definitely going about this the right way.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now
Não
is
pode
whether they
perder
can
essa
sustain it.
chance.
He's been picked out.
Brazil surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
David Villa. And a shot! Mbappe. He's having a hit!
Errei o botão.
Brazil are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Rapaz, perde muita oportunidade.
And it's Schneider. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Brilliantly cut out. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Darwin. Vinicius Junior gets into some space.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now? Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
No, he's seen through all of that. Lahm did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Rudiger, keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And that will be the
doido.
fact. Brazil have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Haaland picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass. They backed up their goal with a resilience that was first class.
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. There's the whistle. And he cuts out the supply. And it's Roberto Carlos. And he welcomes it in.
This is the time you need that pace.
That's been cut out, well played.
You know, for me, Peter, there's a deep-lying playmaker out there who's as good as it comes. Pep Guardiola. As composed as he is clever, he always acts as the key pivot in forming attack after attack.
Yeah, he's a bit of a manager on the pitch.
Well, astute is the word.
Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. He's in plenty of space here. He's picked his way through.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Mbappe! Mbappe! Goal! Brazil! A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed goal all the way.
Foi ver porque o cachorro tá latindo, né, galera?
Atletico Paranaense are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. David Villa, great position here. Guardiola. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Kubo. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Quarter of an hour played. You can run onto that. Big chance, must be! And he's there to belt it away. Nicked it back promptly. Yeah. A player of legendary status. And here's Mbappe. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Fui brincar.
Just poor decision making and a weak execution.
Mbappe. Oh, shooting chance! This time, surely! Sticks it away! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. No fluke, it's what he was there for.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Camisa 21.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
He's got away. Plenty to aim at here. Oh, well played.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Looking tidy in possession here.
Kubo. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
David Villa, and he's found a way past. Now that's a fine challenge. David Villa couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Well read, nice interception. Kubo. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Good play on the left-hand side here.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
Vetera. Haaland. Oh, well played, well played. Vigo. He is through here. David Villa. Oh, he's bustling through here. He's got space, big chance. And he hits the net. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
We have got ourselves a game here. Oh no, what has happened here?
Kubo.
He's shifting through the gears here. Looking for the runner. Brazil heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Messi. Mbappe. Rodri. Gets his pass away. He's in a great position. Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Picked out brilliantly. Shot a goal! They've scored! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. That was... And that'll be the final of the first half.
Brazil are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Brazil head in for half-time with a 3-1 lead.
Antes da atualização, essa formação minha aqui dava certo.
No changes at half-time that we're aware of.
Vamos ver se ficar muito aberto eu fecho.
The
Vai.
most accurate pass. Figo. He's going to be disappointed with that. Cafu. Messi. That has been slung wide. And he's managed to get free. Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And now they can spring out of defence. Rudiger. And it's Guardiola. Pinches it off him. Guardiola. Rodri. That has been cut short. And it's Vieira. Little pass back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go.
Dominou errado.
There's a Alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Mbappe. And it's Figo. Fiddles it through. Cafu. Messi. And that is a little undercooked. David
Público
Villa.
presente na partida de hoje.
Quarter of an hour into the second half.
71.550 espectadores.
Mbappe. Oh, that's fabulous. Mbappe driving. There's the hit! Mbappe, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Looking for options for movement. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Mbappe has found the net here, of course. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Schneider. Schneider is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And it Scholes. David Villa. And he's right. David Villa! Vieira. That pass isn't the best. Figo. Scholes. Always onto this. Scholes is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Shifted it to the flank. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Belletti. David Villa. Just a quarter of an hour to play. He has found the way through. Roberto Carlos defending his... Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Belletti has been shown a second yellow, just to confirm. He is therefore off. And it's Guardiola. Messi. Pass somewhat off target. David Villa gets a good foot in there.
É.
Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. De Ligt. Passing is crisp and sharp. Nicely aimed pass. Can he get it through? Bayer can claim that. Kubo.
Gostei dessa formação, não.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take... Has a goal! Oh, it's fallen loose again! It's in! Just one in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Messi já tá morto.
Substituição.
Atletico Paranaense choosing to make the first change. Atletico Paranaense get themselves back into contention.
Well, they've given themselves a chance here, but now it's a case of getting the balance right between attack and defence, and that's not easy.
Holland. Schneider.
Brazil certainly don't need to overcommit now. Their priority lies further back.
Just eases him off the ball. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning.
Ah,
Now it's Messi. He's found a way through.
2 minutos de acréscimo.
Deep into stoppage time. Looking for the run. Now it's Haaland.
pra acabar, juiz.
Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Haaland claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Uma criança perdida.
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Brazil clearly came into this match with a good game plan, one designed to capitalise on an obvious weakness. They'd identified that and never really let go.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
Galera, fui. Depois eu volto aí de novo.